נדידה אני בוחרת. הכל בתוך זה.
I have no doubt that I'm going to be traveling until the day I die. I felt like I had a taste of freedom.
גדלתי תוך תנועה מתמדת כזו. אני נודדת, אבל אני רוצה כן להרגיש קשר למשהו.
I was engaged. It was just not what I needed.
הכי נורא בעולם שאנשים מרגישים לא שווים. לא שווים ולא מלאים.
ילדה גדולה, חיינו עם אבא שלה, 5 שנים זה היה משהו יותר בטוח.
There is a struggle or a conflict between, wanting to be in two places and essentially wanting to be two different people at the same time.
Okay, hello, welcome to Factual Animation Film Festival 2020. I'm joined today by Daniella, Bokor and Leanna Berkovitch. They are the directors of Fata, Morgana. We're going to have a quick discussion about that project, but before we do, I'd just like to remind you, if you click on the link below, you'll get an opportunity to buy tickets for the week-long screening online of Factual Animation Film Festival. The launch date is the 17th of October 2020, so I hope to see you guys join then. Now, Daniella and Leanna, do you want to tell us a little bit about your film, some of the context, and how it came about and what's been happening since?
Well, it was our graduation film. It started when basically I was traveling in Sri Lanka, and for some reason I saw that there are a bit more and more female nomads that I met on the road. I found it a bit like unique to see more and more women going solo, because it was very much of a manhood thing to do, to just take your bag and go to distance, to the east, to the west, anywhere, and by yourself. And I started to wonder if there are differences between females that go by themselves and males that go by themselves. And I phoned to Leanna from Sri Lanka, and I started to talk with her about the subject. And she was just very excited about it, and it somehow started a kind of a ping pong between us, because if each of one of us took this subject to a different way, and it became from solo women travelers to kind of female nomads in some kind of more philosophical way, maybe. And it was like the beginning of it.
Yeah, we wanted to ask like question about self-searching and about stability and what women represent in literature and in culture. We didn't find many women in this role of nomad. We look back on books like The Alchemist and even like modern films, Into the Wild and movies like that, and we always see this male figure in the nomad role. And we wanted to ask like what is the benefits of choosing life like that, and how women see this way of life. What are they thinking about that?
I mean,
found it very hard to find even women that, let's say, are mothers that going by themselves, because usually the conception was, okay, the man goes travel, explore himself, find some kind of freedom in what he wants to do, and the woman stays at home, taking care of the kids. And it was even very hard. I mean, I saw figures that were fathers that took like time off and got to a trip, but it was very hard to find a woman which is mother that's doing that. And females from all kinds of ages found very difficult to just go by themselves. So it was like the first thing that made it to go.
So I was going to say that you know, obviously we're in very different times from when you recorded the interviews. When I watched the film, I sensed, I felt a lot of longing for the opportunity to go traveling, actually, now in lockdown. Do you mind telling us a little bit about what it's been like trying to distribute this film at the festival circuit whilst during lockdown?
So in the beginning, we were like, we were very worried about it and very afraid about it. We thought maybe this kind of subject is maybe not relevant in these days, but actually we found out that most of the people actually really want to talk about it and want to still make a conversation about going abroad and what is going on in this lockdown everywhere. It's really affected nomads all around the world. We in the research we talked with some kind of something like 15 women, and we kind of have some contact with them, and obviously with Rachel, Anna, and Christina, and yeah, it really affects the situation with the COVID. Really affects nomad life these days, and also like for us.
Sometimes when in the intensity of the work, we thought it would be nice that when we will finish the movie, maybe we will somehow get to other festivals, and we always like left between us, okay, now they are traveling and we animate them traveling, but when we will finish it, we will travel by ourselves and we will enjoy the life and see like awesome places and meet new people, and well, then COVID, but it was like part of the plan, and it was our hope to finish it and to go to travel ourselves. And now it's very interesting because the movie is traveling. I mean, the film is going like everywhere, and it somehow don't have the boundaries that we have. So it's almost like you're almost jealous about looking at the film going all these places. So it's a very unique experience and different than what we thought it will be in 2020.
Well, I'm in London, you're in Israel. I mean, we get to do a little bit of digital traveling.
Yeah.
There was one other thing that I wanted to draw attention to, which is the choice to use live action footage. So how did you come to that decision? What was the reason for contrasting the animation with the live action?
Okay, so we were like from the beginning very interested in using both animation and footage. That was because it really, for us, it was really relevant to speak the memories in the film, in the concept art. So we decided to build the composition of the scene that talking about their past, their home back there from footage. Actually, it was the real footage from their home. And that way we make it like a bit more documentary. And to represent the traveling and the wandering with animation, which is more free. And for us, it was like representing the freedom more clearly.
And then because of the use of the footage in the film itself, we somehow felt when we were just start to speak with those girls, each one of them was such a character that we felt that we built their world, and we wanted to give the audience a bit of a glimpse about the real characters in the end. So you just take this journey with them. You're going some kind of fantasy, and there is something a bit like even taking a step out when you see animation, and then somehow we felt that it makes the audience even more engaged to the characters in the end, because he sees those are real people, those are real women. There is something with seeing, I don't know, Rachel Bat Adam as a 80 years old woman, and Anna with her daughter, that makes the story a bit more real, a bit more engaging. and somehow like make it not just a fairy tale, but something that people can do, people can see. And because of the use of the footage inside the animation itself, we felt it will be some kind of very soft ending to see them in the real life, to get engaged and to understand the story better.
Also,
Yes.
they're like talking about themselves in the end, and like finally they're like have their own thoughts about themselves, and this is kind of a conclusion, and we thought it will be a good place to show them.
Well, I mean, I was thinking, yes, I mean, you see it sometimes in animated documentary, the reveal of the live action at the end. We've gone through the journey together. And I've done it myself as well, but I sometimes think, oh, am I cheating? Do I not really trust that animation can be documentary? It's a difficult decision, but I think everything has its purpose, and it's okay to contrast. You know, that can add something, certainly. So I guess that's pretty much it for today. I'm going to remind all the audience that we do have tickets available for FAFF Animation Festival, Factual Animation Festival, starting on the 17th of October, 2020. You can find a link in below. I just want to thank Daniella and Leanna again, and thanks again for submitting your wonderful film. All right, cheers.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the festival.